Okay guys, welcome back finally. I know it's been a while, but you guys know that if you follow my regular vlogs, we did an investment opportunity where we flipped a property, and so that got all our attention. We're done with that now, so we're back down in the theater room trying to wrap up loose ends. Today is the day after Thanksgiving, and we had Lowe's come out today and give us a excuse me, measure for the carpet. We are looking at different types of carpet, so I'll let you know what we decide. We're kind of torn on just going with a dark solid color or going with like a movie theater room specialty carpet that has like the movie reels in it or something like that. Either way, we're gonna wait for the measurements from Lowe's, wait for the quote from them, and then we'll take it and decide what we're gonna do, whether we're gonna let them install it or, you know, hire someone else. But that was this morning. We also, since it's Black Friday, we also went to Lowe's today, and they had a really good deal on a sliding 12-inch miter saw where you got a free stand, which was valued at like $230. So we went and we ordered that and picked that up today, and Ronnie set that up in the garage. I'll show you guys that later. And he is making the cuts for the inner boxes finally on the walls. So we brought all the chairs in here for Thanksgiving just so the men could like sit down and watch the game and stuff. But we are working on filling in the inner boxes. So Ronnie and his dad are in the garage now using the new miter saw, cutting the trim molding for that one. And then they'll move on to these two. Then we have to go back in, tape it off, and paint the trim molding black. Hopefully we'll be getting carpet next. And then after that, finally, we can hire the electrician to come in and do all the recessed lighting, close off this light, and put in some more electrical outlets and stuff like that for us. We did purchase the butcher block, as you can see, for the snack bar area. So at some point, either we're going to hire someone, or if Ronnie feels comfortable enough cutting that himself and installing it, we'll do that. The reason why we bought this so early is because it was on sale at Home Depot a while back for 50% off. I think we paid $99 for it, and it was originally $200. Butcher block is very expensive, and so we have one chance to get this right. So we're either going to try to make a template and cut it, or we're going to hire someone to come in and measure and cut it for us, because we don't want to have to purchase that at full price again. So today we are working on the cuts. We've already marked them off. We're going to do about 4 inches all around, and so he has the measurements. He's in the garage cutting that, and yeah, it's going well. All right, guys, and on this particular day, it was time to finish installing these picture frame boxes or trim molding boxes, whatever you want to call them. This made the largest impact in the space, you guys. We ended up getting our trim molding from 84 Lumber because we found that it was way cheaper than the other big box stores. And here is a clip of Ronnie and his dad installing it. And then we finally decided to go and get the flooring installed. We hired Lowe's to come out, measure the space, and then we decided on a really, really nice specialty movie room carpet. Now, this carpet was a pretty penny, but we decided to go ahead and splurge on it because we were never going to recarpet this room again, and we really wanted it to make a huge statement when you open the door. So you'll see at the end what it looks like, but here are the contractors putting in the padding for the carpet, and this was a Stainmaster padding, and it's the best as far as what they tell us. It's you know, waterproof and stainproof and all that stuff. Is very plush. And this is the carpet we chose, you guys. It does have movie reels in it. I'll leave it linked down below. Like I said, Lowe's does sell it and install it for free, but the price of the carpet is definitely luxury, okay? Okay, you guys, so the carpet installers have left, and it looks really, really good. I was telling Ronnie that this carpet is so plush because of the luxe padding that's underneath it. It's a Stainmaster padding that is waterproof and all of the good stuff, but they just left. They just installed it. It looks really, really good. We are going to be getting an electrician to come in and do the recessed lighting and everything, so don't worry about that. It's really dim in here right now, but we are going to do that. And then we also have to put the kick plate on. We just like set it in place so that they can install the carpet, but we have to get a blade for his jigsaw today so that he could cut that and cut it correctly. And then yeah, we have the countertop. We need to get that cut and installed and all that stuff. And then we're going to order a popcorn machine. It's going to be really, really nice. But this is the update. I wanted to show you guys that we did get the carpet installed. Now we can work on the baseboards on this side of the room. We're not going to put the baseboards on the riser yet until we get the electrician to come in and add the electricity through the risers and stuff. But yeah, looks really good. He has to do one more coat on the inner boxes on the walls, and then we can take the blue painter's tape off, and those will be done. So it looks really, really good. A lot of packs. So we got an update for the room. Ronnie put together this Great Northern Company popcorn machine. Woohoo! We got this off of Amazon. I'll try to link it down below if I remember. It was $300. And it came with this stuff in here. Let me see, right? It came with the popcorn things and the little baggies and the scoopers and stuff. But I've already bought all that stuff from Dollar Tree already. And then we got some other stuff here as well. I'll open it, but it's just basically the popcorn flavoring, seasonings, and also the actual popcorn itself, because you know you have to use a certain type of popcorn kernels and the oil and the butter and all that stuff. But it looks so cool. We're so excited, Reagan, right? And then we also have a contractor coming tomorrow morning to give us a quote on putting in the recessed lighting, putting in the sconce lights, doing the baseboards, doing the crown molding, and putting in the countertop and maybe 2 floating shelves here. So they'll be here tomorrow morning to give us an estimate on that. But yeah, it looks good. Use a hair dryer, babe. Put a hair dryer up to that and it'll peel off. It looks really good. Okay guys, so I opened up the packages and we have the different seasonings for the popcorn. This is a pack of 8. So I thought this was good.
Mama, open it.
And then it came with 24. This was a separate purchase.
Mama, open it.
Okay, we'll open it later. But it came with 24 of these all-in-one packages, and each package already has the butter, the coconut oil, and the flavored salt, and also obviously the popcorn kernels. And each one of these packs is enough to feed 6 to 8 people. So all this stuff came from Amazon. I have it linked down below if I can remember. If I don't, link it down below, and you guys want the link, just ask me for it, and I'll remember to link it. But yeah, I'm excited to try the flavorings on the popcorn. So yeah, that's our popcorn machine, guys. It's so cute. All right, and in this particular clip, these are our contractors who we hired to come in and finish the electrical work that we were not skilled enough to do. We also paid them to install the crown molding, the baseboards, and put the butcher bar countertop on the cabinets in the snack bar area, just because we really didn't want to get that wrong. We got it for half the price and we didn't want to have to repurchase it. So here's a clip of them going ahead and installing the recessed lights. As you can see, we did 6 recessed lights in the actual open room area, and then we did 2 in the snack bar area, and we had them close off where the previous center light was, and it looked so good. We also paid them to repaint the ceiling because we didn't want them to patch it, because you can kind of see it after they patched it. So we went ahead and told them to go ahead and just repaint the entire thing. We also paid them to install quite a few extra outlets for us. There's one here behind the TV so that we can hide the cords for that. We also purchased outlets for them to be installed where the surround sound speakers are going to go in the back, behind where I want to put the microwave in the snack bar area, and a couple of other places around the room. Now, we also decided to go ahead after we had hired them and told them to build us a custom shelf in the snack bar area, as you can see here, for the microwave and everything. And we had to do that because, you guys, the upper cabinets did not fit. They were too long, they came down too far, and it wasn't a large enough space to be able to put anything on the actual countertop. So here they are. They built it out of wood, and then of course they drywalled it, they sanded it and everything, and this is when it was sanded. They are going to paint it as well, and it turned out perfect, you guys. I cannot wait to show you guys the finished product. And it only took them about a week to do all of this work, and most of that was because they were working working in the late evenings after they finished other major jobs. But here is the crown molding going in. Again, we got our crown molding from 84 Lumber because it was 1/3 of the price there compared to Home Depot. So if you have an 84 Lumber in your area, I encourage you to check it out. Here they are installing the baseboards. Okay guys, so the contractors came today and they painted the crown molding, the first coat. They still have to do a second coat. They have not started on the baseboards, but those will be black as well, and then they will touch up paint the regular wall. I sent Ronnie to Home Depot today because he had to get some more of the classic silver paint, which is the paint on the walls. And then over here in the snack bar, they actually sanded it really well today, and then they primed it. So when they come tomorrow, they are going to paint this the same color as the walls, and then they'll touch up all of that. And then under the bottom of the cabinets will be toe kick that is also painted as well. So looks nice, love it. I can't wait until the baseboards are black, because that'll really bring it out. And then they also put up the sconce lights, but we actually brought in one of the theater chairs, and we decided to actually have the sconce lights raised up a bit because the backs of the second row of chairs is kind of close to the lights, and we just don't want anyone to hit their heads or anything like that. So we're gonna have them raise it up a little bit. Unfortunately, they already put in all 4 of them and measured and everything, so we probably will have to pay an upcharge to have these relocated and then the original hole patched back up. But we're gonna go ahead and do that. He also bought the surround sound speaker system for the room, and it came today. He bought a Polk system, P-O-L-K. I think he got it from Amazon. And so one of the rear speakers will go there, and then they're going to put another one probably right around here, and they'll put an outlet in that hole, and then one over here as well for the rear speakers. He did get wireless speakers, and it also came with a subwoofer and then the sound bar for up front under the TV. We also added another outlet behind the TV so that he can do some cord management. They tapped into this one, but you can see it kind of hanging out of the wall there. They still have to finish that up. But the room is definitely coming together. They're going to touch up the doors and also touch up where like the paint on the trim boxes, you know, spilled over and stuff like that. And then we are going to change out all of the door handles. As you can see, they're still brass, so we are going to change those. But other than that, it looks really good. They did touch up the ceiling, I can tell, but the ceiling still needs to be touched up again as well because it has like dust on it. You can't tell because the recessed lights are on, but the ceiling definitely still needs to be kind of touched up and cleaned up and stuff like that. So they'll probably hit that with another coat as well, but it looks really good so far. So it's definitely coming together. I am looking at some decor stuff as well, so I'm going to get into that soon as well, and then I'll show you guys what I purchased so far for down here as well as what I add to the list and get. I know I want to get some movie reels to go on that space right there on that wall, but I think it's going to look really nice once we're finished, and we cannot wait to get in here and, you know, actually use the space. So I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Okay guys, so as you can see, today is February 2nd, 2023, and the contractors just left. They came and they did the baseboards, and I believe they did a second coat on the crown molding at the top, as you can see. We are gonna have them, like I said, raise the sconce lights up a little bit. They haven't done that yet. They painted the kick plate for the 2 cabinets over here, and then they also painted the custom built shelving that we had built for the snack bar area. They painted that today as well. So everything is still wet because they literally like just left. So next they have to obviously cut that kick plate right there in 2 to put it underneath both of these cabinets. They have to put the cabinets in place and secure those, put the wood butcher block countertop on, and then they still need to put 2 recessed lights in here for the snack bar. So yeah, coming along. Yeah, so it's coming along. So there'll be a switch right here to turn on the 2 lights in here, and then as you can see, they added some outlets for us. There's one behind the fridge as well, and then they added a light behind a switch behind the TV as well. But everything is still wet, so yeah, it's looking good. I'm pretty sure they'll be back tomorrow to do some more touch-ups and stuff like that. But so far, so good, you guys. So far, so good. They're also supposed to be raising this outlet right here because it's too low. So they're gonna raise that up higher for us. But all in all, it's coming along really, really well. Just wanted to give you guys an update. Okay, so this was the very next day, and as you can see, the contractors are back bright and early. They are cutting into the drywall now so that they can put some electrical outlets up in the higher part of the walls there. You can see on the left side they already cut a hole, and that is for the surround sound speakers. Ronnie ordered some surround sound speakers from Amazon, I believe, and this is him installing the brackets that are going to hold the sound bar, which also go to the sound system as well. They also cut down the butcher block countertop. As you can see, it's been cut to size. They're going to install that today, and they are also finishing up putting the finishing touches on the additional outlets that they did for us. They are also going to install the recessed lights in the snack bar. As you can see, we only needed 2 there, but we decided to put them on a dimmer so we can actually dim the lights and leave that area illuminated just a little bit while we're watching movies if we, choose to do that. And then they also started installing the LED strip lights because we wanted it to be able to illuminate on the tops of the crown molding. So very exciting stuff. In this clip, you see me testing some stains. You guys, I did not want to leave the butcher block countertops in their natural state. I wanted to stain them to kind of match the vibe of the space better. So we picked up 3 stains from Home Depot, and this is me testing them out. So leave a comment down below and let me know which stain you would have chosen, but I hope you like the choice that I made. You'll see at the end how I think everything came together perfectly. But I did have 3 choices to choose from, and I slept on it overnight, or actually a couple nights before I actually pulled the trigger and did the staining. But I'm really, really excited and happy with my choice. Put you first. I bought some new flowers, they're all dead. First you are in, then you are out, like snow in the spring. I just want your time. I just want your time. Your time, oh, time. I need your time. 365, 24/7, I'll be fine. You spend a little time. Just want your time. You make me feel like we could be something more. Okay, and on the next day, the contractors were there again bright and early, and we went ahead and paid them to clean up the paint on the trim boxes. Some of it had chipped off. Again, it had been a few months since we had finished this, and so here we are caulking the seams, and we just used regular, household caulk, and then the contractors went behind us and touched it up and, just cleaned up the lines and painted over one last coat. As you can see, we have all of the LED lights up. We decided to go with LED smart light bulbs for the wall sconce lights, and you can also see that they have moved those up higher, so they no longer are interfering with our movie theater chairs. You can also see that Ronnie went ahead and installed the surround sound speakers in the wall, and now they are touching up the 5-inch baseboards with the black paint. You can see he installed the sound bar. So we are nearing the end, guys. It is looking really, really good. We are so thrilled with how everything turned out. We did doing some last minute cleaning here, wiping down, and then in this clip the contractors are putting on the hardware to the cabinets. And now that that's done, it is time to stain, you guys. So these are materials that I am going to use. The stain of my choice or the stain of your choice. Just some plastic disposable gloves, an oil-based brush, and then also a rag for staining. Now, I personally thought that the rag worked better than the brush, but because I was in between two walls, I did have to use the brush on the ends. I also used it to put the product on the actual countertop, and then I used the rag to kind of spread it around, but you'll see that here in a moment.
First, I bought some new flowers, they're all dead. First you are in, then you are out, like snow in the spring. I just want your time, I just want your time, oh, time. I need your time, 365, 24/7, I'll be fine, as long as you spend a little time. Just want your time. You make me feel like we could be something more. The way your light shines, there's no shadows anymore. But then you put doubts and doubts and doubts in my mind.
And guys, I did want to pop on and just remind you that I am no professional contractor or wood stainer or anything. I had never stained wood before. And so I just watched a couple YouTube videos. I read the labels on the backs of the stain and I just went for it, you guys. And I think it turned out pretty good for my first time. We saved a lot of money and it looks really, really good. I did go ahead and go in with a top coat of poly. I chose to use the flat finish because I didn't want it to be shiny. But they do come in satin and gloss and high gloss and things like that. So here's a closer view of the technique that I use. Now we did do 3 coats of this stain. Here I'm only going to show you the first coat, but you'll see in the final reveal how it turned out. And we just kept adding on coats until we were okay with how the finish looked and the the darkness and the color and things like that. I am absolutely thrilled with the fact that we decided to go with butcher block instead of actually having like a stone countertop put in. This again, we got a 50% off for $99. You can't beat that. And it looks really, really good. It fits the space really, really well. So if you are thinking about using butcher countertops for, a small DIY area in your home, go ahead and do it. You can stain it whatever color you want. Just make sure that you condition the wood. Now, I did do that off camera. And then, like I said, you do want to seal the wood in with a couple coats of poly in whatever finish that you are comfortable with as far as the use and, the different levels of traffic that the countertops will get. But you guys, I just went to work staining, and like I said, the rag seemed to work best for me, but I did have to use the brush to get the product in the edges and the corners of the countertop because, like I said, this used to be a closet in the room, so I wanted to make sure that the entire countertop was fully covered and that everything got an even coat. So that's why I use the brush and the rag technique for my project. But you do what works best for you. And you guys, here is the final reveal. I can't believe it. We are done officially with this room. It looks amazing. Now, right now we do have the lights on blue, but again, they're LEDs, so we can change them to whatever color we want with an app on our phone and also with the remote. And the snack bar area looks amazing, you guys. It looks amazing. We went to our local Costco and stocked up on all our favorite snacks and junk food. The popcorn machine looks amazing. That's from Amazon, you guys. I'll have it linked below. We have since used it and the popcorn is delicious. We also decided to put in a toaster oven as well for pizza and hot dogs and things like that. We love everything. As you can tell, we also changed out all of the door hardware to the satin nickel, and it just looks so good, you guys. Here's another pan around with all the lights off and just the LED strip lights and the wall sconce lights on. And you guys, it looks so good. And we love the surround sound system. We've already had family movie night before and the sound is, amazing. But our favorite area, of course, is this snack bar area. I used acrylic bins to organize everything, and then I got the chip holders off of Amazon and I put those up with some command hooks, and everything is functional. We have everything we need down here. We have extra stuff in the cabinets, and you guys, we just couldn't be happier with this project. We saved a ton of money. We learned a lot, and this room is like both of our favorite room in the house right now, and I never thought I would say that. Here's another look at the snack bar area. Now, the only thing I was thinking about is maybe getting some black letters and putting snacks down the side of the wall, but who knows? We'll see. Here's a clip of our Super Bowl party that we had, and we broke in the room and introduced it to the fam. So as you can see, we have some family members in there. And then here is a small clip of us using our popcorn machine for the first time. Reagan loved it. We all loved it. The popcorn is really good. And so you guys, that is it. That is the final reveal of our movie theater room, our DIY, semi DIY, because we did hire professionals at the end. With having a newborn baby and everything, we were just moving a little bit slower than we would like to. And since they were already coming in to do all of the electrical work and the countertop, we went ahead and let them do the baseboards and the crown molding as well. But everything else we DIY'd, and we saved a ton of money. Now, I know in the beginning of this series, I said I was going to do a side-by-side of everything we spent versus how much the original contractors quoted us. They quoted us around $5,000 if I'm not mistaken. And even though we spent more than $5,000, we bought all of the materials ourselves. We saved that $5,000 that they were going to charge us because we didn't have to pay for those services. We only paid for the electrical, like I said, and then the things that we added on at the very end. I'm not going to do a total of everything we spent because remember, we decided at the last minute to splurge on that carpet, and that is totally not necessary. You do not have to do that. You can leave whatever flooring you have in the room, or you can just do a basic dark color carpet. But we decided to splurge on this specific movie theater carpet because, this is our forever home, or we believe so, and we wanted to invest in our spaces. And so our final bottom line, or the bill for this room, was inflated due to some of the finishes that we decided to use, but you can totally do it more so on a budget than we did. But everything else was done on a budget, you guys. Amazon, 84 lumber, the chairs, again, they came from Facebook Marketplace. We got a great deal on those. Just look for sales, clearance items, things like that. Go to the stores that offer you the most savings. Do your research, and you too can, finish spaces on a budget and they don't have to look like it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to go ahead and give you one final look at the space, and let me know down in the comment section what you think about this DIY.
I just want your time. 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 Your time, oh, time. I need your time. 365, 24/7, I'll be fine. As long as you spend a little time. Just want your time. You make me feel like we could be something more. The way your light shines, there's no shadows anymore. But then you put doubts and doubts and doubts in my mind.